guys, today I'll be showing you around my Toyota Prado 150 automatic turbo diesel. So we'll start from the ground up. We're sitting on 33 inch tyres, they're 285 70 17s. I went with the BFG KM3s mud terrains purely because of the stronger sidewall and also a bit because they look pretty mean, so I went with that. I've done about 10,000 Ks with these ones so far and they seem to be wearing alright. I ran them about 38 PSI on road and obviously drop them a fair bit lower for off-road stuff. The other day I had a flat on one of them. I had a leaky valve and I just thought I'd check the pressure out of curiosity, and it had 0 PSI in it and it didn't debeat itself, it just pumped straight back up. It barely even looked flat, so that's how strong the sidewalls are on them. Pretty impressed. I've got a 2-inch Bilstein's lift, running Bilstein's shocks with a king spring over the top. I had 150 constant load springs, but I've changed them out to 400 just because I put a steel bull bar on the front. Yeah, so that's that. I haven't extended brake lines or diff drop or anything like that. In the rear, I'm running a similar setup, so Bilstein's shocks with a king spring 400 kilogram constant load spring. 17-inch rims, they're the imitation bead lock, so they're not real bead locks. And it's a 17 by 8 with a 0 offset. One of the most asked questions about these vehicles on any forum is, can my 150 fit 33-inch tyres? And it's so frustrating because all the information's there on Prado forums, anywhere you look, but people continue to ask the question. And yes, you can fit 33s on these cars, but you just need a greater negative offset than 0, so it needs to be past 0. That means your wheel is coming out this way from the car, but also if you go too much negative offset, you're going to be way outside your guards and super illegal. So 0 offset allows for it not to scrub on your upper control arms, but it only gives a tiny little bit of poke outside the guards, like minute. I'll show you that in a minute. And then all you have to do is just trim the guard back here and they fit. Also adjust your caster as far forward as it possibly can go. That gets the wheel further away from this back guard and further forward, and that allows you to go full lock. And I've tested this full lock under full flex and it doesn't scrub anymore. It fits fine, and it looks good too. So you can fit 33s on these cars. Would I go 33s again? Yes, they've made a massive difference to comfort of ride. The fuel economy hasn't been decreased much, and yeah, they look sick. So yeah, you can fit 33s on a 150 Prado. The front of the car, this is a recent addition. I've just put the Ironman Deluxe commercial bar on it. I powder coated it to the same color as the car myself to save myself $1,000. I've also mounted some Dymax 9-inch LED spotties to the front. I'm getting about 800 meters, I reckon, down the road of them. They're not very good with spreading, they're more of a spotlight. I've got the 42-inch Kings slimline light bar underneath the rack. It's the only thing on my whole car that's Kings. I try to avoid using it, to be honest with you, but I've heard decent things about their light, so that's why I've opted for that, and that actually fills in the gaps sort of at the sides of the cars. So yeah, these will throw a lot of light, and the light bar fills in the gaps. I've got a 6.6 dBi GME antenna. That cops an absolute flogging. I don't look out for it at all, and it's constantly like smashing around in trees and stuff, so that seems to be a pretty good bit of kit. It hasn't broken on me yet. Underneath the car, I've just got the standard bash plates that come with the bar, and then the standard Toyota bash plates. I'm actually looking to upgrade them in the future, but we don't really do too much stuff that will jeopardize underneath my car. But obviously it's good for stones and whatnot, and just a bit of extra protection. CVs are on pretty good angles still because of the 33s. when I had smaller tyres, they were a bit more severe angle, and now it's sort of dropped them pretty level, which is good. I'm looking to convert these fog lights to LED fogs in the future, and also do the LED conversion on the standard headlights. Just looks a bit weird with all these white lights, and then we've got dull halogens from factory, which doesn't look the best, even in the GXL model. I'll pop the hood, I'll show you under the hood. As you can see, the bont's on gas struts, which is pretty handy. Good inclusion that Prado has in it. So there's not a lot that's going on aftermarket in here, apart from we've got a secondary fuel filter, which I think is a must for this car, well, this engine, 3 litre D4D. They seem to have pretty dodgy injection systems. The injectors always fail on them, and just having that secondary filter before the actual factory filter can sometimes save your car's engine, especially if you're on the gib or somewhere pretty remote. It's probably better off you have one of these than not. Running dual bats, so this is my cranking battery, and that's my auxiliary battery, and then we're just running the intervolt DC to DC charger with solar input. That's about it. I've done a full intake clean probably 6 months ago, so this all clogs up with soot and blow-by, and it pretty much cakes the inside, and if you don't get it cleaned out, it can pretty much suffocate the engine, not to mention just breathing through shitty air all the time. So I've done that. I'm looking to block off the EGR soon before we do our trip around Australia. Don't know why these engines have EGR issues, because it's just a shit system and you're always cleaning out soot. This vehicle doesn't have the DPF, thank God. We've just got one of the issues from Toyota, so I'm looking to block that and deal with that in the future. I run all Ryco filters, so air filter, oil filter. I'm looking at putting a K&N air filter in, because I've heard pretty good things about them. Yeah, so the rest of it's pretty stock under here. I've just got lights and fuses back here, but there's nothing really to see. I'm running the Safari snorkel, just a standard snorkel. I actually bought the car with this on, so that was pretty handy, saved me $800 or whatever it is, and that seems to be going good. I'll be getting a little red filter for the top of this when we do a trip around Australia to keep that dust out. On the rack side of things, we're running a Tracklander full cage rack, so it's fully surrounded by a cage, and up there we've got solar panels, which is only an 80 watt solar panel just to run my angle in the back, and that seems to do that just fine. 80 watts is perfect. It's never run out on me. I can leave the car unrun for about 3 or 4 days, and that just trickles it in, so which is good. I've got a few little LED light bars around the joint just to light up campground, and it's handy to see if you've left anything behind. When you get into surf spots early in the morning and stuff, you can flick this on and you've got plenty of light. We've got the Max Tracks up on the roof as well, unused, brand new. Pretty excited about using them actually, can't wait. But yeah, if they stay up there for a year, I'll be pretty happy as well. Around the back of the car, got another LED light bar. That's good for when we get the caravan. If we have to do if we break down at night time or have to change a spare tyre at night or anything like that, at least we got some light. Yeah, around this side we've got 2.5 metre Rhino rack sun seeker awning. That's pretty new as well. That's a good piece of kit. We've tested it out in pretty strong winds and it seems to be coping. I'm not the best with my gear, so it's a testament if my gear lasts, it should last for everyone else. On the roof there we've just got a RV3 tent, which is what we use at the moment while we don't have the caravan. 30-second tent, what's there not to love about that? We don't like pack up times or setting up times, so that works wonders for us. We're literally in bed within a a couple minutes of getting the site, so which is awesome. For the windows, I've got them tinted. I've gone a 5% rear, so that's past limo tint. So you can't see in it. You actually physically have to put your face on the glass to be able to see in the back, and you can only see a tiny bit. I've gone 15% on these windows, and I've gone 20% on these front windows, and that it's made a huge difference to the heat inside the car. We can just be driving along on a summer's day, not being sunburned and not being affected by the heat too much. It also helps the fridge keep cool and not run crazy high demands. But in the future, I will be looking at getting some solar screens put in on the inside of these windows, just to help that as well. But yeah, I definitely recommend tinting your car. It's made a huge difference to mine, and it looks good too. And it's a bit of privacy as well. So I've added these aftermarket turbo stickers, and these actually give you 6 extra horsepower. Yeah, so I think they're 60 series turbo stickers. Yeah, so up the 60s. In the back, it's a bit of a pigsty at the moment. We've got a lot of unnecessary gear because we are driving to South Australia. Oh, there's an emu over there.
What?
See
oh my god, it is.
Zoom in.
Just looks like a speck.
Can you zoom in further? Yeah, as I was saying, sorry, emu was in the distance. Yeah, we're going to pick up our caravan from South Australia, so we've got a lot of unnecessary stuff in the car, like bedding and stuff that we wouldn't normally take with us on sort of week trips like we are doing now. I guess to start with, we'll start with the rear door. I've just built this rear table myself. It's just aluminium with these little lips bent up. Just a couple torno straps, bit of cable, crimps. I've just done it all myself. I powder coated it a Manix black, so it's textured like the back of a computer screen, and just finished it off with some pinch weld. Used your switchboard hinges, and it's come up pretty schmick, I reckon. It's a bit dirty at the moment, but we had a 40 litre jerry can on here the other day, and it seemed to cope with it just fine. We just use these little factory nooks, normally as spice cabinets, but at the moment we've cleaned it all out, obviously because we're getting the caravan. Just carry some fly nets in there. Put that away. I'm just running the ARB Outback drawers, the 900mm ones for wagons. These are pretty good drawers, pretty strong handles, which I like about them, and they're real smooth. Got the fridge slide on top of this one. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about them compared to some of the other drawers is they don't seem to slide out as far. They don't sort of come out. So there's still a lot of room back here that you sort of need to reach into, but they're real strong. I've stood in these before, and yeah, they're strong as any other drawers on the market, which you would expect for the price, I guess. Just keep the Engel 32 litre fridge in the back. This is the newer one with the light and stuff. That's pretty stocked up. I'm looking to get a fridge slide or a drop down slide for this, so Sarah can reach inside it. She's only 5'2", so she struggles a little bit sometimes.
5'4".
Oh, sorry, 5'4". Yeah, that Engel's good. It only draws, I think, 3 amps while it's cycling, and then obviously when it's not cycling, it draws 5/5 of F-all. So in this drawer, I just keep all my, I keep some alcohol apparently. I keep all my recovery gear, compressor, solar panel. In this drawer here, keep all my tools. Just a bunch of batteries and drill bits and spanners and pliers and stuff. Keep all my batteries just there. Apologies again, it's a bloody pigsty. There's shit everywhere. Keep spare filters and parts back there. And you can't go anywhere without your radio. There's not a lot going on inside the cockpit. There's not a lot going inside the cab. I wouldn't call it a cockpit. So pretty much just running these $180 eBay canvas seat covers. They seem to be pretty good. Obviously you got your airbag safe ones, which are a must for these models. Yeah, they seem to be holding up pretty good. They're pretty thick canvas, so I assume they'd be alright. Just got some maps and stuff, old school maps, HEMA maps, tucked away here. I've got my stash of shrapnel in here to pay the window washers at Perth traffic lights. I've got a two-way, so I've just got the I've just got the GME two-way here. I find this one really good because it's got all the buttons that you need on the actual remote controller itself, and then I just house that right there. I've hidden the actual unit up under the dash, and that's pretty good, and it's pretty loud as well. I thought it wouldn't be that loud, so that's good. I've got the Intervolt heads-up display monitor in here, so I can monitor it while I'm driving and also while I'm not driving as well. So at the moment we've got 13 volts and the solar panel's putting in just over 10 watts. So it tells me the voltage and how many watts is going into my battery from my solar. So pretty much at the moment, the fridge is only using 11 watts of solar to keep the battery at full charge, essentially. All the solar does is just replace what's being drawn out by the fridge, which is good. I've just got the EDS scan gauge up here on the dash. Do not get an EDS scan gauge. They are total crap. I only got it because I was going to be towing in the near future and I wanted to monitor trans temps. And yeah, it's pretty shit, to be honest with you. I wouldn't rate one. I'm actually going to get a normal scan gauge too, which do show your trans temps and all the necessary information when you're towing for these models. This EDS shows you things like load, throttle position, a lot of things that aren't that necessary to know. And I want to know the stuff that isn't available on the EDS. So I will be selling that, getting rid of it and getting another one. Just running the Red Arc Tow Pro Elite, the latest version. Aspect Off-Road installed that for me. They've done a pretty awesome job. They also installed my front springs. Did an awesome job there, and then also in the future they'll be running in my airbags when I start towing, and also going to be putting in Mantra exhaust for me. Them guys out there do an awesome job. I'm not sponsored or anything by them. I just like, plugging people that do good work, and every time I take my car to a mechanic I always get nervous. You can get ripped off by certain people, but these guys, they're honest, they're reliable, they're good blokes, and they do a good job. So Aspect Off-Road in Perth, if you need anything done, we'll sort you out. And that's about it. So a few things that we'll be doing in the future, especially before we go around Australia, we'll be putting Mantra exhaust through it. We've already spoken to Mantra and they're happy to give us a system for it. We'll be putting Airbag Man, airbag assist in the back to cope with them ball weights from the caravan. We'll also probably be putting it over a dyno for a real safe towing tune. I don't want to do anything too crazy and push out numbers, obviously, because it's a turbo diesel to start with. Like it's 4-cylinder, it's not going to produce too much power, like, let's be honest. And I don't really want to be blowing things up. They're already a really highly struck engine. Torque converter lockup kit. That just reduces trans temps when you're towing. All it does is just locks up the torque converter in your automatic transmission. Gives you more power at the wheels, well, more torque at the wheels. Increases fuel economy, and also is a lot better for the car as well. You won't wear out that little automatic clutch in your transmission, so that'll be a must as well. And that's about. Oh, and towing mirrors. We need towing mirrors. There's a few things on my list. Pretty big list. So yeah, stay tuned for that in the future. I'll be showing everyone that. Yeah, this is my Prado. Thanks for watching.